Welcome to this SAP Profitability and Cost Management demonstration. SAP PCM is a solution that is cross-industry by nature, but here the following model is designed to show how PCM can answer questions with regards to product and customer segment cost and profitability in a fictitious telco operator. I'm playing the role of the financial controller of my telco company. My CFO has asked me to prepare the plans for next year with a focus on growing the mobile business. So I want to start by reviewing performance at the end of the period. Let me have a look at what insight I can get in terms of reporting. So I will open a contribution report to see what are the most contributing products in terms of revenue and in terms of profitability. So first, if I look at the revenues and rank the products with the highest first, the product that generates the highest revenue is mobile postpaid. But how does it contribute to my bottom line? If I look at the contribution now and sort them by contribution, in fact, the most profitable product is still retail fixed. So I want to get more insight and I want to understand what action plan we can set up to make the mobile business more profitable going forward. Here I can look at the traditional P&L, but it does not provide much insight into how resources are being consumed by internal processes or by products and segments. Basic insights at what is happening with certain accounts can be seen, but if I want to look at mobile performance, here I look at the process P&L, and if I select the mobile portfolio here, I can identify some issues in terms of profitability, because this is our most strategic market going forward. So I want to look at the different consumer segments, and here I see that the consumer segment in particular is not doing as well as expected. Mobile handsets costs and handset subsidies are also very high, signaling the offering of better quality phones, but still having to heavily subsidize to acquire customers. And because of competition in this segment, the organization has spent money on marketing and advertising to retain and acquire customers, as can be seen by the acquisition costs. So now I can trace from products to resources to understand the operational root causes of this low performance. I see here the cost by segments for my mobile portfolio, and the highest cost in the consumer segment here. Okay, so let's drill down and to understand more in detail what's happening there, and look at the processes. Okay, I can see here, if I look at my consumer segments, that the direct costs are quite high. And we can see the cost of the handsets there. But I'm more interested to know about the indirect costs and the cost to serve. So I have a look at the support costs, and in terms of indirect costs here, I see that the cost is very high in customer support, both in customer care and credit management. So let me drill down even further and look at the GL accounts and the expenses that have been done in order to support that processes. If I look at the customer support process, and in particular customer care, we have a very high service contracts cost last year. We might need to recruit potentially internal staff to cope with the increasing demand, or to increase their efficiency in handling customer calls. So this is a productivity issue potentially. So now let's take a step back. Do you realize how easy it is to navigate in such large amount of data and get full visibility on profitability? I now need to take action. So let's run some what-if analysis. Besides PCM being able to push costs, activity-based costing, PCM can pull and push costs. So here I'm looking at the last year's P&L and the what-if analysis, and to start with, all variances are at 0. So let's take some global assumptions here. For example, in terms of employee expense, I will increase it by 3% for next year. and for the other expenses by 2%. So if I go back to my P&L report, I see that all my costs have been impacted here. And now I want to impact also the revenues and to decrease costs by playing on productivity factors. So let me go into the adjust capacity menu. And here I see some operational data. First, I see that we are under capacity in Q4 in terms of resources to handle customer calls. So I can play either on resource or on performance. Let me do both. First, I plan to hire 5 additional people in Q4, and then this won't be enough based on the projection. So I might also need to decrease the average time per call from 8.5 minutes to 8 minutes, and I might need to set up some additional training here. So I was now in the green, and if I look now at the P&L, my EBIT in percentage is lower than last year. So now I need to play on the revenue side and adjust the prices of my products. So let me check the impact on my bottom line if I increase the price by 1 cent in terms of cost per minute. Okay. I also plan to acquire new customers. So I will adjust the demand here, enter the new number of customers. So I plan to acquire 25,000 new customers per quarter. And if I go back now to my P&L report, let me recalculate the model. So in real time, the what if analysis scenario is being recalculated, and now I can see that I'm reaching my target of more than 30% of EBIT. So I have a plan, and now I can confidently propose it to my CFO. So you've seen that in a few minutes we were able to identify which products perform well or not, what are the reasons for underperformance, and most importantly, we could run real-time what-if profitability analysis. Thank you.